No. Which is Red Rocks Plays, and apparently we're doing this
Wait
mission
just a
again.
moment!
Doing this mission again, for some odd reason?
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Alright, let's go.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
You're the one that needs to get moving, Galloway. This is a bit weird. Okay.
Look at that.
Okay, we have an address.
We have a address. We have an address. Doo-doo.
The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Probably wasn't wearing it. Alright, that's all we have to do. We need 2 things in that entire room. Time to come down.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife to serve me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
Alright.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I've no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Okay.
Come on, Mrs. LaPente, you must have some idea.
Maybe a movie? Maybe church. She was a very religious girl.
Oh. I forgot. It's good cop, bad cop, bad cop.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
Can you describe the necklace?
An icon of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It's quite beautiful. I let Antonia hang a painting of her there on the wall.
Oh, it was good cop, bad cop, bad cop. Sorry. There. On the wall. Wait, did
You
say
owe
on
it
the
to
wall?
Antonia to hear me out.
I hope she said it's on the wall. No. Silk stocking murder. Where the hell are we? Is that where it is? Maldonado. She said the necklace is somewhere.
Not much help.
So Antonia's necklace would match this image pretty closely.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Antonia was so innocent, detective. Catch this killer.
I don't know, you're not the killer. That's just a thing. There's nothing really here to do. So I guess we're going to the Maldonado residence. Is that call?
Over here, Rusty.
I'm busy here, Phelps.
You're behind the wheel. Galloway, I need you.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Double time, Rusty. Too slow, Rusty.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for taking me there, Rusty Galloway. Was it Roy? Or was it Ray Galloway? I have no goddamn idea. Ooh. Okay. 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 Hello. Anyone here? Oh, so we're gonna go knocking on everyone's doors. Look for one with a golden door handle. I have no goddamn idea. Okay, I guess we're taking the upstairs now. Upstairs.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Oh, you...
I got
Now look, I don't want no trouble, see?
Stay back, or I'll have to put you down.
What did you just... Idiot. Ow. Oh, you're getting me. Oh, you son of a gun.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
Alright.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North. And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
What do you want?
LAPD, we're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Okay. I guess kind of...
No good. There's nobody here.
Weird.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD, Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
Okay. I guess we're gonna go downstairs. There's no one else. Genius.
This will take some explaining. Just picked fruit market. The El Dorado.
The hired help at the El Dorado might have seen the broad the night she died. Maybe the regulars, too. You should check it out.
Nothing in here. Need some fresh air, to be honest. There we go. Some fresh air. Alright. Well, homicide? Alright. Alright. Just to say that they were open, I guess. I wish you could open them both at the same time.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. Double time, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Over here, Rusty.
Over here, Rusty. Over here, Rusty. Over here, Rusty. Double time, Rusty. Come on, Rusty. I need help, Rusty. Oh my god. Ah, there, bitch. Just picked fruit market. Just picked.
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Return to Central Station. Fine. Right. Isn't it a bit weird that there's a police car right over there? Okay. Where's, Mission Grand Central?
You know the way. You can drive. You can drive. Double time, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
Wow. Another letter. I wonder if... I thought we already catched the killer at school. Yeah, we did, didn't we? Oh yeah, I thought this is a new case. The silk shop.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Silk stocking murderer. I guess we're interviewing. Oh. Rusty, where we going, Rusty? Wait. Are you saying
Talk about other people.
You're joking. And I never noticed this. Technical service.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and does...
I've changed my mind.
That's the message from the Celine Henry
You will
case.
not give a square deal. You be the... Oh.
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
Our deeds then be though damned, beholding good, both infinite as is the universe, and thy self-torturing solitude, an awful image of calm power. Look through thou sittest, let the hour come when thou must appear to that which thou art internally, and after many a false and fruitless crime, scorn track thy lagging fall, though boundless space and time. Oh, through boundless space and time.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what does it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
Don't look at my book. Hey!
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
So if you didn't kill your wife, who did? You better come up with something, Angel. This doesn't look good.
Fuck you. I loved my wife.
You're good, kid. You murder your wife and you just sit there as cool as a cucumber.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
You didn't want anyone else to have her. You didn't like the idea of other men fucking your wife, them slipping it to her, the idea that she might like it.
Vete a tomar por culo! Easy there, Angel Boy. Ease it back a notch.
What? Oh,
When we found your
that was
wife,
the
her
other
jewelry
one
had
that
been
wanted
removed.
divorce.
Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
We're typing the blood, Angel. It won't look good if it matches your wife.
As God is my witness, I didn't kill her!
Keep it to yourself, kid. Let it eat away at you like
So
poison.
good cop.
Going back
bad.
into the cell. We'll be waiting when you're ready to spill your guts.
Are you taking my wife's murder seriously?
Now what? Do we restart? Are you sure you're staying put the current investigation? No. Central. We need to El Dorado.
Can you drive to this one?
Just guys there, please. Because then I can get us the location of where we need to be.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was going to show him.
Where is... Missing jewelry.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Did she leave with anyone?
No. She wanted a cab, but my payphone ain't working, so I couldn't call her one.
So it was bad girl.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was gonna serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Cop. Bad cop,
No
good
problem.
cop.
Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
So the bar's done. Oh no! You can come back. You want it? Okay. Should we go check out just picked? Because that might be open now.
You can drive.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
440. I knew it would be open now. Did he just walk through the pole? Hey, you.
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
She looked like she was having a good night to you?
Hard to tell. Might have just been the booze that was making her seem maudlin.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
What?
Something bad happened to her, Clem. And so far we have her husband as a suspect, and you. Give us something that will make us go away.
Me? You think it was me? Do I look like a violent man?
So would it be...
Do you mind if we look around?
Cop,
Why would you want to do that?
No.
Because
cop,
we
good
say so.
cop,
I guess
cop.
you can.
Bad cop,
Don't you have to get a court
good
order or
cop.
something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Nowhere. Kinda just messed up on everything. Let me see if I can walk. No, I can't walk through him, but you can. Bit odd. Wait. It's got yellow panels.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get... Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Wait.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. They must have seen it during the war. This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off. Clem!
Quick.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
You killed someone again.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
I'm trying to.
We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
No. I crashed too much.
The fruit guy's getting away, Phelps.
Because we're too slow. And that's because you should always never crash.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain. God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Who's the best detective?
Now, lads, what am I to do with you? I give you a perfectly good murder. A case any homicide man would be happy with. An affront to our way of life and our Californian dream, and a chance to deliver some retribution. Are you not believers, lads? Homicide men are the right hand of God. You need to back out of here slowly and take a long, hard look at yourselves and your methods. Ask yourself what you are prepared to do to put these creatures behind bars. It's the streets for the two of you until I can find some forgiveness for the foppish behavior you've been exhibiting.
I hate him. 30 damage. The Eldorado. Case closed. Let me guess, there's gonna be another link.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do at that. Scuttlebutt says it's...
Okay. I got this far into the game. Nothing. The White Shoe Slaying.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Okay.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
That's the cop. That seems like a decent guy.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
far. So, yeah, sure. If we keep on going.
Too slow, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. Tommy.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps.
Long. It's fine morning. So if we go right 1 minute. Okay.
The bricks hold up at San Quentin will always be killers in this town to see.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on the record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man. Cole!
Hey, I'm sorry.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base. That guy there will lead us up.
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, partner. Get used to seeing them. They're the gig when you work in a homicide, Phelps.
Okay. We
Detectives?
are
Phelps
here.
and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag.
No handbag either. Include time of death. So we can only... Whoever murdered her didn't want to leave any trace. There's nothing on her.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Find anything interesting?
This is the only clue. No. There's a few clues. Size 8.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
No, those look like a size 7. I'm good at shoe talent.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Yeah. Size 7. No, size 8. Oh! It's hard to tell once in a video game. Money.
Not sure this means much.
Yeah.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Suspicious person?
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Intuition. Of course, it's going to be good.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help.
Hobo?
I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
There's billions of camps everywhere. Hobo camps especially.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Okay.
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
Location up there, hobo camp. The crime seems done. See, I knew you could get it done.
You're behind the wheel.
I didn't see you there.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic.
No message on what? No message. The fake? The girl? What? Female? Superior Laundry. Okay. What did you look at? Is there something?
Advice?
You remember that tag number? Ask the guy, see what he knows.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
At least the rain stopped. We can change back into those white bucks now. You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Boom. Boom shackle. Boom. I don't want to go to the hobo camp yet, because I feel like that's going to be the end of the crime scene.
You drive. I
You
need to
drive.
go over the case notes.
Whoa. Ooh. The brown derby. The brown derby, the brown derby. Excuse me.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
it's procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Operator,
Want to hear
give me
something funny,
R&I.
Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye. There's a handbag.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
That's a handbag, bro. Wait, or am I just dumb? Like,
Need to check if she was a regular.
Baron's Parkway.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Why would it be turned down, actually? Oh, these are the kids' rooms.
Incidental.
There's nothing really to look at in the kids' room. Just kids.
Don't think this is any use to us.
It's just the kids' room. Can we play chess? Can we please play chess?
Baron's bar again.
Can we please play
Someone
chess?
must be real sweet on this dive.
Please.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
I doubt it.
Here's a handbag. Jeez.
So she went out without her handbag?
I mean, some ladies do.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Is she the red lipstick murderer as well? Except it's the Red Woman.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies. For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
What the?
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
And?
I was playing pinochle with some of the guys. Teresa had a few belts too many. She said she wanted to go out dancing.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
But not last night.
She wanted to go dancing. I wanted to stay at the party.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
I swear,
Why did you only report your wife missing this morning?
I thought she would have called up last night from the bar.
If Bobby Ross doesn't confirm your story, we are going to come back here and pick you up. This doesn't look good, Lars. Appreciate your time, sir.
I'm annoyed now.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Time to go. Yeah.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
You know the way. You can drive.
Hurry up! Thank you. And I wish you that you can actually put your seatbelts on in PlayStation and stuff, because there's seatbelts for no reason.
Always Bob. Leave me alone. I fought. Where's my wife? Nobody cares about me. I took a
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the lead. These guys.
You gonna take us?
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
No, it's just that hobos can't.
Phelps, leave him be.
Well, you're weak. You need to go to the gym.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Go. Run, 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 run. Die,
Isn't that
run. Caw-caw. It's a nice
Hey! Fuck you!
What? What did you just say to me? Wait, what did you actually just say to me?
You son of a bitch!
So there's nothing here. Oh. So we've just been exploring for no reason. Go, go. Go, 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 go.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. Over here, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Too slow, Rusty.
Too slow, Rusty. Don't ever call me Rusty. My entire life. Did you just, you're a detective, and you just ran over someone. What kind kind of detective are you? I'm homicide. Oh.
I can't decide between the tuna fish and the chicken.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. You know, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Yeah, let's contact the victim.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Waitress, can I get another spoon?
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Okay.
You've never served him?
Not a chance. By the sound of it, he's the type of bum you send packing right when he walks through the door.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
Any of your regulars know the broad?
Ask him yourself.
LAPD, keep your seats, boys. This won't take a second. We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
LAPD, what are you running from, sir?
Come on, we got a ride. Get in and drive.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Goddamn not.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Maybe I need him.
Let's end this farce.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands in the air! Name?
Richard Bates. What is it you want?
I'll ask the questions. Firstly, why did you run?
I don't mix with cops if I can help it.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your Salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
What happened to the woman?
Your guess is as good as mine.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central.
Take him to Central.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How Detective.
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks for your help.
Interrogate. New location. So, boom. Okay.
Can you drive to this one?
Some of that mascara.
Double time, Rusty.
Double time, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Keep your shirt on, man. Yeah, sure you will. Jesus.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Don't worry. I know. I know where the investigation room 2 is. Don't worry. No investigation.
I want to make comment.
Sirs?
There's investigation room.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
And you started talking.
She looked good in her green dress. Up close, she was a little older than I thought, but like I said, I only had a 24-hour pass.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
So you were defending Mrs. Terrellson's honor?
Yeah, something like that.
If your story doesn't check out, Jessup, we're hanging you out to dry.
Can you put the guy in 2?
Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Really nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Going to the hobo camper again. Going to the hobo camper again. Hobo camp. Hobo camp. Hobo camp. Fix the last gate. Different.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic. down, Phelps.
If you want your rightful share...
Your disciples know what you did last night?
Ah, you... Oh, you're gonna pay. Strong one.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to be racist? I don't like racist people.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Alright. Missing more. What say? Goons fighting dope. Alright, I pressed. Thank you.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Wow, interesting story. That's a very interesting story. Wait.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
So the hobo camp's gone. Rusty. Okay. So his name is actually called Rusty.
You're behind the wheel. Too slow, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Double time, Rusty.
Rusty.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist.
Why did you get named Rusty Galloway, Rusty? I honestly want to know, Rusty. 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 There you are, Rusty.
We're going this way.
This way? In Turkish.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrelson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them.
Their necks are so fragile. Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
What? Boom.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two...
Case closed. Because I'm the best detective. I'm joking, I'm like the worst detective in the world. But in real life I'm like a detective, so. Okay. I act like a detective sometimes, so.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding.
Okay. New location, new location.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Pawnbroker.
You know the way. You can drive. Too slow, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Keep your shirt on. Thank you. It felt like it was 4 hours for you to come out, bro. I'm joking, you can't really say you're so slow, otherwise that would be offending to other people, and that doesn't make sense. Imagine if Rusty gets promoted with us and then we're with him again. I have nothing against him, I just don't like working with him.
How can I help you boys?
Hey, excuse me.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Sure.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry.
He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Okay. Now it's time to go to the rail yard.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Coal. I just want to get to the ending of this game, yeah. This is going to be like a 3-hour video. Stream. Okay.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
I'm not driving.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them. Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Where's the dead body? Dead body somewhere.
Seems irrelevant.
I want to see the dead body. Oh my god. After I search these, you know.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's not even worth investigating.
It's not even worth, okay. I don't want to do. I want to. Thank you.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
I'm like. The key.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Jeez. Why does she have...
Someone was trying to get her to come home. Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Nothing. So she's not married. Oh.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Time of death.
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
After midnight. Do we have a phone? Perfect. Why would they have a phone? LSPD phone.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Here.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
Sure. Locations. Drivers.
You can drive.
Come on, Rusty.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat
There
until
you
we speak with the
are,
captain.
Rusty.
We're all on the same team.
There you are, Rusty.
It reads that those goddamn
There you
Chinese
are,
want to sell the
Rusty.
relief food that we're sending them.
I found you, Rusty. Oh, I found you, Lenny. 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 Whenever I say his name, I have to say that.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept...
You a baby. I feel like you're a baby.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot.
So how's your day? Are you
He's
a baby?
joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
She wasn't always such a loner.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Oh, you can further investigate it.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Okay. So she...
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Okay. Her and her mom, maybe? Why have you left me? Oh, you're just babies, that's why. I'm at the liquor store, yes. I haven't explored it all. Wait, isn't it a bit weird how it's an alleyway? Nothing. Forgot, we can't sing. Hey, you!
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Oh, good cop.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
She talked about McCaffrey.
Supposedly he fought in the International Brigade in Spain and in the miners' strikes back in Virginia.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks.
Okay.
Get the guy, huh?
Ah.
Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Guess we're going.
Can you drive to this one? Galloway, I need you.
Galloway.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Hold on, I'm coming. Rusty. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I can't be bothered. Whenever he's kind of late, maybe I'll say it. Where are you, Rusty? There you are, Rusty. That's when I'll think if he's a bit late. Ow. You.
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
I don't like you, McCaffrey. You look like someone who's trying too hard, like your whole life is some kind of performance. I think you need to give us something to get us out of your life.
I don't like you either, you pompous, stiff-necked patrician. You think I don't see through you and all the other minions of the ruling class?
Okay, look. Look.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Good choice of word.
What?
Am I a suspect?
So you know her.
McCaffrey, we're not finished with you. You had your chance to cooperate.
Honestly, I don't like him. Did I just say everything's done? Oh, wow. Everything's nearly done already.
You're behind the wheel.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
But we're not doing any crimes today. Crime scene. Next to
11.
Return to Central Station. We will one day. I reckon there's 2 more streams and then we completed the whole game, to be honest. Or 2 more days and then we completed it. I mean, I can't stream that long because my mum was going down. No. Actually, I did not want to go here.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Downstairs with Ray Pinker. Who the hell is Ray Pinker? I want a new partner and a new division. Hey.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I...
Thank you.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address from McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Hey. Outside.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. Craffy's apartment. So we done at the PlayStation. Is that all we needed to do? So what else have we got? We have to go there. Central Station. Craffy's apartment. You drive.
You know the way. You can drive.
Let me pose a question. Depends.
It should have McCaffrey's apartment. Perfect. McCaffrey is number 6.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Apartment 6. Apartment 6. Apartment 6.
Probably nothing.
Yeah. Wait. Crap. I've never seen a white.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon.
Pigeon coop.
Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
That's the guy from the paper. Solved that big case.
This guy's rich.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheel.
I'm not very fast at going down ladders. Come here immediately.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Sir, please.
Be careful.
Don't make this too hard on yourself. Otherwise you will go to jail, you little idiot.
Give it up, LAPD.
See every move you see. Oh, I see.
Got ya! McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Hey. Sorry for that. Ew. Okay. Yes, I'm driving. Where to? You can drive.
You're behind the wheel.
Boom. Okay, we have to go to this bowling alley. And then Central Police Station. Oh, we're here.
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him. Tiernan! LAPD!
I thought it was him.
There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Hit him, Cole! Spit him out! I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to land.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means. go to sleep on me. Give me back. And that is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Hands behind your head.
Hands behind your head. 2 people arrested. Perfectos. Perfect. Perfect.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it.
Okay.
At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
Okay, time to go back to Central. What day is it today? It is Thursday. Ba 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 da. Okay.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Where the hell are they?
Straight through the record. Bet you never saw it.
Where the hell are they? I'm not gonna try every single.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Yeah.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
She was old enough to be your mother, Tiernan. Were you banging her?
That's none of your business.
You a mama's boy, Tiernan?
Your mother's boy.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Evelyn was beaten to death with a lug wrench.
I'm back, guys.
We found a wrench at McCaffrey's apartment.
You see? It was McCaffrey. He had nothing but hatred for me and Evelyn.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
I say we bust in.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
So she was your follower.
That's one way of describing her. She was like a stray dog, desperate for a master.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the fifth columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants...
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft.
Oh, please.
Dishonorable
I'm getting
discharge
drowned.
from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks for your help.
McCaffrey's crew. Now what? Wait, is there more? Interrogate keys.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn...
You can't bust in. Like those. Like that.
That was door knocking. I gotta make it in the car in the end.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Okay.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
So that's the extent of your criminal record?
That's right. I'm fighting for social change. I'm no criminal.
Interrogation failed.
I want to make homicide.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're holding out on us, McCaffrey.
What other trouble have you been in?
I was in a few labor disputes before the war. I didn't use my real name.
So only losers with accused. Blah 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 blah.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot.
Finally, that took me like 30 tries. Oh, how's it? Wait, so it was I can already tell we're getting close to the end of this game. Even though we've got 2 more divisions. There's got to be one more case and then we're truly awesome.
Well done, lads. You did well.
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
What? Find me where I hear this.
To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
Not reading it all again.
Another snippet from the Shelley poem.
Looking at the road to heaven long yet. The music peeled along. I hid myself within a fountain in the public square, where I lay like the reflex of the moon, seen in a wave under green leaves. It's my face.
If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrell.
Okay.
A cop from the newspapers.
The cop from the newspaper.
Hey, you think those Vice boys give
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
You can go over my lip.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We've got to get this guy.
I know.
da 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 da. I hid myself.
Rather you than me, Phelps.
I'm getting all wet now.
You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next? Elizabeth Short, Betty Short, Black Dahlia.
Elizabeth Short's Social Security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out?
You got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
No, we've got no cases. There was a king. What was the... Wait. Wait. Just give me 3 question marks. So there's the landmark. It's a... Jump.
Can you drive to this one?
Hurry up.
Double time, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Over here, Rusty.
Quick, go.
Him. It's really him. The fuck who...
Okay, I guess we're gonna check the whole place. Because he said grave, right? Or was it cave? Was it grave or cave? Do I have to check every single grave? This is gonna be a long. You can't walk on graves. Wait, why is that not live? built in. I don't get this. Is this like the poem guy? Wait, I wonder if there's like a thing you can go up. No, so now where? Now where do we go? Not like it's just gonna let us do something now. There has to be a
He's the cop who arrested that.
You're behind the
producer.
wheel.
It's about time.
Double time, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Where's elephants? There's a boom. Oh, they're not real. No. So, something impossible to big elephant. So I guess you can't go in the water. Can your character not swim?
From its curved roof, the mountain's frozen tears hang down, raining forth doubtful light.
Doubtful is right.
A chandelier. The glass dome at the halls of justice. It's worth a shot, Rusty.
Okay, Professor, one shot.
Halls of Justice. I didn't get what he means. Hall.
That's all we got.
Investigate the Hall of Records. Okay, I get it. It reads me a poem every day. Not every day. Every
You know the
night.
way. You can drive.
You can drive. I don't want you to drive, but fine, I guess. 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 Okay. Hall of Records, the chandelier.
Can I help you, sir?
Scale of the sun.
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Top floor. Maintenance room. Where's the goddamn maintenance? Electrical. Private. Okay. Oh, you're going over there? So I'm gonna go over there with you. Yeah, that's more me, jeez. Oh.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
I'm going out there, Rusty.
Better you than me.
Oh.
Be careful.
Jesus. I've got it. I've made it, I made it. I took my hat, didn't it?
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
Oh, jeez.
From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
Oh, jeez.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing it. Go, go, go.
Come on, come on!
It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
Jump! I had no idea how you jump. Never told me.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing it.
Come on, come on!
Oh, jeez. I did it. Jesus.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
The Molar Dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
What? Decipher code. What, you want to go back? Do you want me to go back? Okay. I've only got a few more, I guess. Jeez, that's too intense.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Just please get us going now. Just please, please. Yeah, ow, my nose. I was trying to think that wouldn't even come up. My movie, make this 4 hour.
He's the cop who arrested
Decipher.
Galloway, I need you.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Decipher. I think it might have to be back at that church.
Over here, Rusty.
Because it can't be this just yet.
You can drive. Galloway, I need you.
Need you. Can you please get me over there? I guess it isn't really copyright, right? Right. Why are we back here? Noire. Get on there. Is there a way? One slide. I don't know what I'm doing. I just don't know what's going on. I thought it was so bad at the moment. How far away is he? There's something on you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. Ben, maybe. I've only got the art museum. How do you decrypt it?
You know the way. You can drive.
Yeah, you can drive. I need to go back to that plane. The whole of records? No, not the whole of records. The art museum. There must be a way to go upstairs.
You think my husband will buy me that?
Goddamn Harry thinks he could get fresh whenever he
Harry? Excuse me. I'm a detective. I need to get there.
I survived the war for this? Ah.
I survived the war for this?
That's the latest thing. This guy's got a screw loose.
What do you do upstairs? Hey. Why, thank you for letting me. I just wanna know if there's a way up. Then we can scale.
A nice thing about ego, they don't talk about
Rockstar sure did make a hell of a game, but he didn't really tell you how it's supposed to go.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Yeah, I'm the cop that's been,
Well, you
been on the radio.
Where next?
From the temples high of man's ear and eye. It has to be the tower at the public library, doesn't it?
Where the hell is the public library?
You say so.
Wait, what was it? Maybe... Maybe it's not...
You're behind the wheel.
That's the cop who caught her.
Too slow, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
What?
Double time, Rusty.
Double time, Rusty.
Too slow, Rusty.
Too slow, Rusty. Oh.
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be
we're going
taken
to
out
the
of
public
circulation.
library. LA Public Library. I bet it's at the top of this very building.
I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there. Go get him, Tiger.
You'd slow me down anyway, old timer.
I knew it could be at the top for some odd reason. See, I'm athletic. Everywhere in Noire, there's a thingy in there. A secret badge. Oh. Oh jeez. My hat. Oh jeez. Run. Jeez, my hat. Huh? The library isn't gonna fall now, is it? Oh, maybe. Yeah? I'm coming. Got some nice little food. Oh.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. Wait. Don't tell me it's got me going the complete wrong way. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Found the way now. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that. That was broken. We just went on a broken step. Whoa.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Okay.
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead. So this is a treasure hunt.
Not human. See, they lie. They're monsters. They're monstrous works and the statues, hooves and fangs. Green, grey, split, jammed in the hard black deep. I get it. I get it. It's the graveyard.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
I get it. I get it. I get it. It's the graveyard. It's the graveyard. Where people lie. Is that You drive.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
Alright. Sorry about that. I can't be that dumb. I can't be that dumb. I would have thought. Now I have to wait ages for this. Okay. Maybe I was kind of wrong.
Any Century unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza, unit to handle code 3, identify.
Where is it? Jeez. You really hope that bad. Alright.
Can you drive to this one?
Any Century unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza, unit to handle code 3, identify.
$11K, go ahead.
11K, roger. Citizen reports at 415 at Alvera Street Plaza. 11K is code 3.
You're crazy.
If I'm crazy, it's your fault. Running around behind my back. How am I supposed to trust you, goddammit?
Whoa, sir. I think you ought to calm down.
Mind your own goddamn business. Why is everybody always on my case?
Officer down! Watch it!
Mister, but don't shoot.
Give it up, old man!
Get the bastard.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Sorry I had to do that.
Car 11K. Code 4 at Olvera Street, but I'll need an ambulance. Shots fired, and suspect is down.
Roger on your ambulance, 11 King. All units be advised, code 4 at the Olvera Street Plaza.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Please, Phelps. The siren.
Oh, really? Jesus. Oh.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 is shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units at Canana, code 3, identified.
Go.
You know the way. You can drive.
I also know the way, but
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit.
kind of too tired.
211 is
you
shots
know.
fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units at Canana, code 3, identify.
Oh. I wanted you to go there.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Oh my god. Where do I get a partner like you?
Any Central unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
What the fuck up?
This is car 11 King. Go ahead with the further.
11 King.
You should have iced those folks. You leave no witnesses, you stay out of the
I'm
poke.
not riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. A stick-up charge is still a stick-up charge, and I ain't going back inside.
You're both coming with me. Don't do anything stupid.
Okay. You asked for it. I wonder if I can use a gun.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Put your hands where I can see them. Car 11K calling KGPL. Code 4 at the Lucas Avenue trolley station. The 459 suspects are in custody.
Roger, 11K. All units, code 4 on the 459 suspects at the Lucas Avenue trolley station.
Why, we're not in an outfit. The outsider. Reading the papers. Okay, time to go back to the... Don't tell me there's another crime going on. I honestly thought it would be there, but guess not. Let's go for a walk. Huh. Been caught
Of dead destruction, ruin within ruin, ruined skeletons, jammed in the hard, black, deep...
Yeah? I don't get it.
The tar pits, Rusty. All those remains they found there, of course our guy's attracted to it.
Well, let's hope he got stuck in them.
The what? The tar pits? I was goddamn there!
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
Units in the vicinity.
I'm not driving. You are.
You can drive.
Ha! Now you can't leave me, you son of a gun. So there was a secret bridge. If I known it was.
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Very funny. Whoa!
Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils? The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Officer Grant. Can he not swim? I'll be back, guys.
Easy.
Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils?
Very goddamn funny.
The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Whoa!
How you doing out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing. Easy.
You don't want to fall in now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking.
Found it. Ah, here's the missing right shoe.
One of Teresa Terreldson's shoes.
What does this one? And from you.
A sphere which is as many thousand spheres.
With loud and
Okay, where to now?
solid as crystal. Its mass flows through empty space, music and light. Music and
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe, and another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run round all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
yeah, if we keep this up, we can find the guy. Aside for the 5th. Yeah. What are clues? And finally, opening in the wood. Music and light. Music and light and light. So, now we figured that out. Now where? I've got another street crime location. I guess we can.
You're behind the wheel.
Well, you have to be on foot to receive them. That's where I'm guessing.
All units ended shooting 943 South Broadway at Levine's Liquor Store. 943 South Broadway at Levine's Liquor Store. Any unit to handle code 2, identify.
I'm not joking, it's only going to take us like a minute or two, minute and a half. No, a minute?
11 King, go ahead.
Shooting 943 South Broadway at Levine's Liquor Store. 11K, handle code 2.
You saw what happened?
I warned him about that cannon under the counter. He took a shot at a couple of stick-up men. He missed. They didn't.
Show me your hands!
He's in the truck.
Oh! Clean headshot. That was like the best of the best. But I think all of them got headshotted. No, except for one. So I guess you can revive him from the dead if you pull out the bullets. Oh, I don't think that will survive.
So this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
You are suspected for murder.
Outrageous. Phelps, leave him be.
Phelps, leave him be.
I survived the war.
I'm waiting for the next one. I am.
Seems like a nice.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Don't push me!
Heaven! Excuse me. Da, 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 da.
Someone.
She wants.
That price is...
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now that's an oxymoron for you.
A sphere which is many thousand spheres, solid as crystal yet empty. Isn't there an armillary sphere at the LA County Art Museum?
Art museum.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's go.
Extra, read
Yeah, you're driving, mate.
Can you drive to this one? Double time, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Over here, Rusty.
There's a now. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. It's almost been 3 hours. This is my longest stream, yeah. Jeez. Approximately, it would take you like 15, 13, 14 minutes to complete this whole entire game. No, not minutes, hours. Jeez. Oh, no. Nah. Mm-mm.
On it goes. When do you think we'll reach the end of this?
Can I just say I hate mazes? I can not even get to the front of one.
You ever been in?
This way. I hate mazes. I'll get stuck in here. Jeez. Why is mazes so confusing? I want to head to the middle, so over here, right? You can't really call this cheating, can you? You can't really call that cheating.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry.
Okay.
Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and prisons.
Wherein and beneath
No, it couldn't be.
direction men were born as swords and shapes and tones of reason thrones. Tombs of reason wrong. Aloof on ignorance were like those monstrous shapes. The ghosts of a no more brain, which from ghosts of the moon remembered. That means
See? That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
Cipher the 6. I don't know. Right. If you ever need to do it, click it.
He boarded
twice,
that case.
and then you can just see the entire world. Alright, what does it mean actually? I don't like playing that game, so I play like this. I don't go to like.
Officer Intel 103 and
KTI radio. I don't need you. Oh, you don't need me. Oh. You drive. Since you're on the driver's side.
You can drive.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 and shots fired at 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identified.
3 hours. Got all the time in the world, so of course.
He's leaving us this trail of evidence.
Are you actually joking me? I wanted to go there.
Why? Vanity.
Oh, dude, blame me.
You know the way. You can drive.
Quick, get in. Thank you. Homing pigeons.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
Ba-da-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum.
11K, go ahead.
11 King. Citizen reports man with a gun at the intersection of Union Avenue and Rockwood Street. 11 King. Code 2.
God damn it! I said cough it up! I'm not gonna say it again. Say Bukaya! That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Oh no, jeez. You're dead.
Give it up! LAPD!
Give it up, LAPD.
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Lock them up and throw away the key.
Lock him up and throw away the gate.
There he is. See him?
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain silent, and I mean it.
Move forward. Go.
Right through the back of the head. You should never, ever murder someone. Me and Rusty will come and kill you. Ah. 17 at 40 stream. Just go back there. I sure something. I'm hot.
11825, code 6.
They can fight. Psh, don't worry. Wait, what? Art museum. Custom destination? Wilshire PlayStation. Well, it's Wilshire. Wilshire, 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 Wilshire. I had a question mark down over here one day, and nothing ever happened down here, and wait, that looks like a question mark. Oh, it's PL. Look how close that looks to it. Okay, maybe I'm just going blind, because that does not look like it anymore. I was just running around for 18 minutes. Now I'm trying to do this. Can you... I can't wait until the end of this game. Then I won't have to stream on it anymore. I'm joking. I might come back and do left in the game. I could just leave for like 20 minutes and then boom, it says. But then I don't want to leave my 3-hour stream. I have all day, so I don't want to leave. Can I hide in the dumpster? Huh. Yes, I can go, please. Mario.
the guy from the...
Hey, detective, yes? Detective, I'm the one in the moonlight. Sorry, this is not a song. I think it's something in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Is there even a moon in this title? There's no moon. Do you know how that makes me feel, Rockstar? Sad. Because you've made the sun and the freaking moon in Red Dead 2, Red Dead 1, and GTA 5. Yeah. Says he's right here. Oh, there you are. I know I got them deal. Intuition.
He's sending us to that movie set they made for Intolerance. I think the message might be on the throne there.
Didn't I read about you shooting that place up 6 months ago?
We've all got to make our names somehow.
Wait a minute, you're not talking about that, are you? Guess I only talk when I pull out my notebook and read it.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. Too slow, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
And slow and steady. Guess what? It says slow and steady wins the race. And when I'm in races, I go slow and I don't win the race.
There's the throne up there. Now it's just a matter of getting to it.
The throne? The throne? Oh, thank you. Oh my god, this one's the first ever mission. Oh my god. Progress for bump, yeah. Wait, isn't the throne right downstairs? Actually, at the very bottom. Actually, I think it is.
Hey, Phelps, climb up to the higher levels over here.
Looks like it was actually there. Like those gigantic stairs. They're wrecked and sometimes. that way. Yeah. No. I guess I'll follow you. Oh, there's the creepy go, just in case they fall.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Paul. I'll get you off of there.
Oh.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Paul. I'll get you off of there. You gotta make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump. Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there. You gotta make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Found it.
Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers.
Oh my god.
The place he calls home. End of the line.
End of the line. Entire place is gone.
No, 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 no! Come on! Ah, no!
Whew.
I thought the whole thing was gonna come crashing down on us.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
You find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out. You might see this as a cry for help.
For God's sake, Phelps. You're not trying to justify this.
Hear me out. This guy has been successfully slaughtering women in this town for half a year, maybe longer. He researches who he kills, and then plants evidence so that we always have someone to go after. If he hadn't sent the letters in the poem, he could have gone on forever. We would have been none the wiser. We would have 4 executed men on our conscience and have been happy about it. Why else is he doing this?
You're the new face of the department, Phelps. A modern cop tries to understand why the perp does what he does. Me, I just drop the hammer down on our low lives. Crunch a roach under your heel, you don't worry about what it's feeling, you just grind it into the pavement.
Activity.
How far? Pretty far.
11 South Alameda. Stand by for further for any Sentry unit.
Jesus, Phelps!
You can drive.
Keep me waiting.
KGPL to any unit. A citizen reports suspicious activity 111 South Alameda. Stand by for further for any Sentry unit.
Car 11K, go ahead with the further.
Car 11K, citizen reports suspicious activity at 111 South Alameda.
111 Club.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps? Phelps, leave him.
Leave him be.
You! Get back here!
Bye. See you later, where's Steve?
Not good.
Not a care in the world.
Just a scratch.
God damn it! Give it up! LAPD!
Frank Morgan?
Yeah, look, it was Harry's idea to boost the truck full of fishes, not mine. I was in the bar late talking and
Save it. You two idiots can say hello to Adrian for me.
Hey, come on!
Continue to recycle.
Just go easy, Phelps. I don't know about you, but I feel more comfortable with the siren on. What do you think?
I know what I'm doing.
Mac, you're gonna kill us!
Step out of the vehicle. I've got an urgent call.
Officer needs help, 103 MD.
The religious imagery in the stanza. I think it's a church. But which one?
The brother said we're either looking for a sailor or a minister. Frankly, I can't see this whack job preaching to a congregation on Sunday.
No, that doesn't fit.
How about that abandoned church? No one's gonna bother him there.
It's worth a look, Rusty. Let's go.
So was I right in the first place? Yes. Well, did I go to the church? No.
You're behind the wheel.
Is the undead going to come back to the undead coming and so now the gold. Okay, London Church. Sure isn't creepy. Sure isn't creepy.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the...
Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
This can't be the ending.
The house.
LAPD, give yourself up.
LAPD.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
If we could bring him in alive, there's enough physical evidence for an airtight case.
You heard him, Cole. He's fucking nuts. What are the chances of hauling him out of here alive?
You realize this must have been the place, Rusty.
We're going down there.
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
You're an interesting man, Detective. Why the police force? You're obviously overqualified.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force. This thing has come to an end. You know that.
Are you acquainted with slaughter? Have you felt the fear? Understood the power? Are you comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable?
You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever. Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be...
Simple art of murder. Simple art of murder. Oh my god. Guys. You won't believe this.
Breathe out, kid.
I can't believe this. We are now a different division. Homicide. We're now Vice or Arsenal? Black? Caesar.
Phelps, welcome to Vice.
Thank you.
Let's rouse some hopheads.
Wait. We are now Vice. Boom. One more.
Nice car, Roy. Is it department issue?
No, this is my sled. You can't be seen slumming it in a Nash if you're in Vice, Cole. Meanwhile, we got needle freaks kissing it goodbye all over Central Avenue.
Never leaving this car.
Any in the vicinity officer needs assistance, 1825 North Highland Avenue, 1825.
Wait, so now at Hollywood. Division 6. So we've just been upgraded from over there to over here. Now at Hollywood.
Highland Avenue, unit to handle code 2 identify.
Wait, is this a crime scene? Can't be. Dunk. No.
Look where you're going!
Sorry. No one could have a better car than this. Oh, donkeys.
They really picked a prize shithole for our first date.
It's up the stairs, detectives. Round the corner, last door on the left.
Last door. Last door.
I'm all done. Your show now.
Carruthers.
Bell?
Hey.
I'm at a loss.
Take a look around this palace, Cole. See what you can find.
This is not a palace, so no need for sarcasm.
A small chance in life is probably better than no chance.
Today night.
These clowns lived on popcorn?
Must have been messy eaters. It's all over the floor. Tyrone Lamont, not even 23 years old.
Why? Well, how old is he? Age 22. Oh my god. There's no way.
Black Caesar. From the joint across the street.
Never the same, are they?
He was cute.
Took his jolt and drifted off. And I suppose his friend wasn't in any condition to notice that he had stopped breathing.
I'll just do this.
Another special order from the Caesar. I wonder what's the correlation between love of the needle and love of the music. Some kind of fruit, a bell, and win. A strange doodle.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
One Surette is enough to knock you out for combat trauma. Two of them will stop your heart.
Okay, good. No white eyes. So was this recently? I hope it was recently. Oh no.
Never the same, are they?
Since this guy's dead, it reminds me of, what was his name's death?
They say only the good die young. I hope it was true in your case.
That guy. The guy? I don't know.
Looks like it was always going to
All
end
the
this
good
way.
ones, Phelps.
Yeah, well. Investigation first. I already checked everything out. What am I going to check out now?
Never the same, are they?
So he plays guitar. I didn't know that was a trombone. Whoa.
Looks like something was taped to the bottom of the cup.
Yes.
No cooking or preparation. Must have been the easiest fix these two ever had. Another special order from the Caesar.
How many Caesar drinks I love rats.
Street life have no idea how dangerous this stuff is.
Another black Caesar?
A bit heavy for an empty cup.
No, further investigation.
They've been getting their fix right over the counter in broad daylight.
That's what she was saying. Oh my god. Okay.
Come on, Roy. On my way.
Roy L. Sick. Lucky name. Junkie's apartment.
Never the same, are they?
Wait. Not done yet, Roy. Okay. Sorry for stepping on your frickin' hand. There's something I'm missing? I'm not missing anything. We just have a nice, beautiful red car for undercover now. Okay, it's saving. Wait. It's right here, jeez.
Get that son of a bitch.
Come on.
Stay on him.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, quick runner forever. Oh. I knew that was gonna happen.
Eddie, help me out, man. They're trying to kill me. You gotta help me out. What the hell?
You picked the wrong cop, you fucking animals.
I'm gonna keep it.
What's your name?
Morgan.
Climb this. Nope, we can't even climb it. Nowhere.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Find his stash. It's in there somewhere.
Should be stamped on the reverse by the issuer.
Trombone.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
These number slips might affect your tone, Fleetwood.
Near somewhere.
Morphine. Might not be filling, but I'm sure it's satisfying.
This isn't what we're looking for.
He sells goddamn popcorn. Wait, is that me doing this? Windows operation. Right. Guys, this is. Oh.
We're inquiring about the deaths of two men in an apartment across the street, Fleetwood. We want answers.
Well, I guess we're talking.
Of course. I'll do my best, mister.
You sold the drugs to Cornell Tyree and Tyrone Lamont.
Oh, I sell fried steaks and black-eyed peas.
You're lying, Fleetwood. We know that you supplied them.
I don't know nothing about no drugs. All I do is my 10 hair flipping burgers. Can you prove any different?
I don't know.
Flipping burgers and strapping jolts of morphine to the bottom of popcorn cups, Fleetwood. Now, I want the truth. Who supplies the drugs?
Cat by the name of Armstrong Edwards. All right, brings the stuff around about once a day.
I know Armstrong. He's a two-bound, strictly small time. Who's he working for, Fleetwood?
Wasn't Neil?
Jermaine Jones.
We have you for the hop and resisting arrest. tell us about the numbers if you want our help.
Look, the numbers are the white man's tax on poor folk. All right, now what else you want to know?
We have an address on the slips. We're gonna go down there now and rat you out, Fleetwood. Tell whoever it is that you rolled over and gave them up.
No. Look, I've been cooperative, okay? Now you gotta help me some.
Fleetwood, I'm going to speak personally to the judge on your behalf.
A name, Fleetwood.
Well, he's a real slick dude. Wears a hat and swings a cane. Goes by the name of Merlin. All right, I ain't got a last name.
See you at the station, Fleetwood.
Hey, you're gonna help me, right?
Of course, kid. You helped us out.
Alright guys, is there a way to save? No. Because I kind of want to save.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Jermaine Jones musical booking agency.
Just a moment, Detective. Jermaine Jones. The office is listed as 5528 Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks.
Guys, I just want to say, I enjoyed playing this game. I've enjoyed playing this game with no one. Just enjoyed playing the game while I still can, and tomorrow there's going to be another stream because you know, yesterday that was 3 streams of an hour. So this is a 3-hour video for today. Just stream. So goodbye. Bye. Bye. Bye.